What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be my episode 8 reaction for Ahsoka. I've got to say I've been really liking the series so far. It's just been a really solid show overall. It hasn't been absolutely amazing, but I think it's, it's almost there. In this episode we've got Ahsoka and Sabine just trapped on Peridia. Ezra makes it out to go see Hera, and Thrawn is coming. I cannot wait to see him be the villain in Dave Filoni's movie. But yeah, overall this episode was pretty solid. There was some really great action, some great choreography with the lightsaber fights. One thing though that I will say is that I think they need to speed up the footage or just get them to move a little bit faster. Like, the lightsaber fights were good, they just felt kind of slow. For example, Ahsoka will be like, and it's like, no, like, just freaking go crazy with it. Speed up the footage or something, and I think those scenes would be incredible. We also got zombie troopers, which was awesome. I know a lot of people were speculating that they were zombies from the first moment we saw them, but in this episode we finally got that confirmed, that some of them, or all of them, we don't really know as of right now, are zombies, which was really cool. We also got Mortis gods in this episode with the mountain where you can see the father and the son and also the daughter, but it looks like that part of the mountain has been destroyed or something has happened and the daughter's head is no longer on that mountain. And I think that is awesome because I've seen the Clone Wars episodes with the Mortis gods and how they're saying that Anakin is the chosen one and all that. Those episodes were so damn good, and I'm glad that we're expanding on that in live action now. I 100% think that Anakin is the father, Ahsoka is the daughter, and then I don't know who the son is going to be. Maybe it's Baylan, maybe it's someone else. I don't really know at this point, but I'm just so happy that we have Mortis gods now in the live action Star Wars content. And there's a lot of stuff that they can do with that. They can tease towards Abeloth, which is the mother who turned evil, and I think that would be a really great thing to add. Maybe that's who's calling out towards Baylan. That's a big theory going around. But moving on to Baylan and Shin Hati, I don't really think they did a lot of justice in this episode. They were kind of just thrown to the side and have their plot threads just dangling to pick up later on, which I was kind of annoyed with because I wanted to find out who was calling out to Baylan. That was just the number one thing I wanted to discover in this final episode, and we didn't get that information unfortunately, but obviously we will in a future movie. Just the unfortunate thing is that Ray Stevenson is going to have to be recast to continue Baylan Skoll's story, which is pretty unfortunate because I think Ray Stevenson is doing a absolutely fantastic job with the character, and it just really sucks that we won't see him again. Now let's talk about Ezra, because I have a theory that the Ezra that we're seeing right now actually isn't Ezra. I think it's actually the son pretending to be Ezra. I think Thrawn has an alliance with the son, and we know from the Clone Wars episodes that the son really wanted to get off of the planet and go wreak havoc everywhere else. And I think the way that he managed to do that now is he actually shapeshifted into Ezra, because all we ever hear Ezra say really in this series is, I can't wait to go home, I can't wait to go home, I can't wait to go. And if you think about that, that just means that he wants to leave really badly, and what did the son want to do? He wanted to leave really badly too. Plus, I don't really think that Thrawn would just let Ezra just walk around on this planet and do whatever he wants, and then just say, hey Sabine, go find him, you know what, doesn't matter, because they could link up and then go after Thrawn. Like, it would just make no sense. So maybe with that alliance with the son was like, okay, I'll pretend to be Ezra, and he probably knows that they're going to trust him, and then that's his ticket out of Peridia. So I definitely think there's something going on there. In my opinion, Ezra is just way too sus in this series. I think Ezra might even be Captain Enoch. Now, he has a golden face, which just screams to me helmet reveal in a movie, or maybe even season 2 of Ahsoka. There is no way that Captain has that helmet on all the time and there isn't a big face reveal. It's so obvious. It has to happen. Now, it might be Ezra, it might be someone else, I don't really know. All I know is that helmet will be coming off. He also has a voice changer, so maybe that's masking Ezra's voice, who knows? So Enoch is basically his bodyguard, he's his captain, and maybe he betrays him because he's actually Ezra. And I would say it's pretty easy for Ezra to end up in that situation. Like, we've got Dathomir witches that could easily just control him and make him Thrawn's puppet. Like, it just seems very easy to do. But yeah, that's my theory there, like, I genuinely think that the Ezra that we're following right now is not actually Ezra, but I guess we'll just have to wait and find out in the future movie or season 2. But yeah, guys, overall episode 8 was really good. I still think my favorite episode is probably 6 or 7 though. The only thing I would change with episode 8 is just wrapping up the story a little bit better. We all knew Thrawn was gonna win and escape Peridia, so that was just a given. So that did happen in this episode, but everything else, you know, it didn't really get wrapped up. Like Balin's skull, he's just standing on the mountain with the Mortis gods. We never found out who was calling out to him. Shin Hati is going to probably lead the Raiders, but it just didn't really feel like a concrete ending to the series. I just really wanted to know who called out to Balin. Really, like if they told me that, I would have been totally fine with everything else. But yeah, like I'm a satisfied Star Wars fan right now. That was a very good series. I would say that's probably my second favorite live action series next to Andor. Andor is just a superior show, but I think Ahsoka is just a more fun Star Wars-y show. Oh, we also got to talk about Hayden Christensen coming back in this episode too as a Force Ghost. That was awesome to see, and it's just great to just see him being implemented all the time now in Star Wars. He's clearly having a blast. He's feeling the love from the fans, so I hope he does this for a long time, and I really hope we get it like a full episode flashback of the Clone Wars or something, or maybe even a whole show in the Clone Wars. Just live action Rex, Cody, Anakin, Ahsoka, it would just be awesome. So please, somebody make that show in the future. But yeah, guys, let me know down below in the comments what you guys thought about episode 8 of Ahsoka, and where do you rank it amongst your Star Wars shows? Is it your number 1 favorite, 2, 3? Is it your least favorite? Let me know. That is it for my reaction though. I think I'm probably going to give the series overall like an 8.5 out of 10. I think it was really solid. It's expanding the Star Wars universe, and it's bringing us some great characters like Balin, and it was just overall a really great time. So guys, that is it. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.